morning, guys. I know I can't be there with you today, but I wanted to go ahead and make this video to kind of show you what we're doing. I thought it might be easier just to make this so you can kind of follow along. There will be places to pause and for you to go try things out and then to come back to the meeting. Remember, you do not have to leave the Zoom meeting to go to your Microsoft Teams. You can minimize the window and still have the Zoom meeting running, and then open up your Teams and then minimize the Teams and just go back and forth. The other way you can do it is you can split your windows if you're comfortable doing that. And if you don't know how to split your windows, that's a lesson for another day. All right, so we're going to start off in Microsoft Teams, and right now what I would like to have you do is have you go ahead and open up Microsoft Teams and go to your science class. You'll notice that I'm in period 6. I'm only going to do this video once, so I had to pick one of the two classes. So I'm going to pause the video and you're going to go start Teams and get into science. Teacher, if you could stop the video now. All right, I'm assuming you've all come back now and you're ready for some lessons. When you open up Microsoft Teams, you're going to go into Notebook, the class notebook. That is right next to the Assignments tab. And sometimes when you open this, you'll get a blank page here. There'll be nothing that shows. Sometimes you'll get this page that you don't really care about. Always look for this navigation button. When you click it, it opens up your notebook. Now remember that I can see everybody's notebook. You can only see your notebook plus the collaboration and the content library. So what we're going to be doing today, and what I'm going to have you do in just a second, is I want you to go find some information that I pushed out to you. So I'm going to pick on a student here, just happens to be the first student. I would like you to go into class notes. And when you go into class notes, you're going to see two pages. One is entitled, and that's on purpose, and one is called Introduction to Cells. You're going to click on Introduction to Cells and let it load. When you're done, come back and see me. Do not start reading this, please. Just have it open. Teacher, if you could pause the video and let the kids go do that. All right, welcome back, and I assume now that you have gotten this open. If you haven't, be sure to ask for help. Remember to politely unmute yourself and say excuse me and ask for some help. What I want to show you now is a nice feature of the notebook that will really, for some of you, make life much easier. This is not a real long article. It comes from a website called Ducksters, and it has a bit of information in it. And what I would like to do is I'd like to show you a tool called Immersive Reader. An Immersive Reader can be very, very nice. Immersive Reader will read the text to you. And there's a lot of reasons why you might want the text read to you. One, some of these words, scientific words especially, can be difficult the first time, and you can hear how they're pronounced. Maybe you want to get up and walk or stretch while you're listening to it. That would be okay. Maybe you just want to get practice hearing how the flow of the words. There's a lot of different reasons. So I'm going to show you how to use Immersive Reader and how to get it set up. Please don't go and do this yet. Wait until I pause the video. So when you get ready for Immersive Reader, you have to find the button to get it to start. And that is actually under the word View. So remember up here we've got File, Home, Insert, Draw, View. And that's where you want to go. So I've got my page up. I'm going to View. And then right below there is Immersive Reader. I'm going to click on that. It may take a second for things to pop up for you, but when it does, this is the screen that you're going to see. And before you just hit play, there are a couple of things that you want to know. First off, I like to change the text. You can make it large. You can make it smaller. You can even decrease or increase the space between the words to make it comfortable for you. There are 3 choices of fonts. Again, this is all meant to make it easier for you to follow along. I happen to like mine just a little bit bigger than that. Probably somewhere in there is about what I like. You will notice that besides the text preferences, there are some grammar options. There's also some reading preferences. The grammar options literally will help you know if you've got nouns, verbs, and things like that. Today, we don't need that. Under reading preferences, if you find that this is too much text, if it's distracting to have so much, you can actually focus in on one line at a time, or 3 lines at a time, or 5 lines at a time. To get that to turn off, you turn off line focus. So these buttons right here. The picture dictionary is on, although today I'm not sure that we're going to be needing that. So once you're ready, you just click off to here. There's one more really important setting, and that is down here next to the play button. You have the voice settings. You can choose male or female, and you can choose the speed. Look, it's tempting and fun to do this.
Biology for kids. The cell. The cells.
However, that's not helping you learn anything, and that's wasting your time. Too slow has the equal and opposite effect.
Messages around the body.
And really, that would take forever and not be helpful. Where I find it helpful is somewhere in this area. Somewhere down here is where I typically find it useful. Notice that the picture dictionary is coming up. If there's a word that you don't know, this one it just
nerve
will tell you how to pronounce it. So the dictionary doesn't work on every single word. All right. When you're ready, you want to click on the first word, hit play.
Different types of cells. There are lots of different.
And listen to the article. So you're about to go out and you're about to do this. When you're done, you just hit the back arrow to exit. And let me just remind you, it's under View, Immersive Reader. And then listen to the article. We'll give you a few minutes to do that. You'll probably have 4 or 5 minutes to listen to it. Just come on back into the Zoom when you're done. Make sure you're muted though before you do this. And teacher, this is a good place to pause the video. All right, so you just learned a little bit about cells. Fantastic. There's a lot of new words, a lot that probably doesn't make sense. And that's okay. This is just an introduction. So what I would like to have you do is, again, I only see this one page right now. I want to see more pages. So I'm going to click the navigation arrow. And do you remember this untitled page that was up here? I'm going to click on it. You know you're in the right spot if it's a totally blank page. This line up here is where you give the page a name. So when I click on it, notice that it goes to a full page so I can see it all. And you are going to type the word cell, C-E-L-L, and the word pictures. If you notice, now that page is called Cell Pictures, and we still have the introduction to cells. You have your own version of this, again, inside your name. So it's under Class Notes, and there's your untitled page. All right, would you please go change the name of this page to Cell Pictures, and then come back. This is a good place to pause the video, teacher. All right, so you're back with me now. All right, well, this page is called Cell Pictures. And as you can imagine, we're going to put something here. And what we're going to put are pictures of cells. To do this, though, I need to show you a new skill using your web browser. So I'm going to open up a web browser. And let me get that going here. Give me just a second. As you know, I have 2 screens, and sometimes it gets messy on which screen I'm on. So here we go. I'm ready now. All right. I'm going to give you the chance to find a picture. We're going to type in the word prokaryotic cells. I will spell that for you, but the beautiful thing is, if you can remember the first 4 letters, Google will begin to wonder if that's what you want, is prokaryotic cells. You're going to click on it. A whole bunch of information comes up. There are some videos that are really good. There are a few pictures and a little short introduction to the Wikipedia article. But all I want you to do today, you're going to go over to images. Wow, there's a lot of them. I'm kind of looking for one that is just the prokaryotic cell, so I don't want this one. I think I would like to have one that has some labels, but not too many labels. Honestly, I really like this first one. I think that's a pretty good one. This one has more labels. It's okay. Even this one would be good. So you're just going to pick the one that you want. And this is where the magic happens to take this and put it into your notebook. What you're going to do, and it's important that you think about this before you go click, you're going to be using your right mouse key. And here's what I'm going to do. To copy this, don't click on the picture with your left key. Right click to bring up the menu. You're going to come down and you're looking for the word copy, but we don't want the address. We want to copy the image. An image is a picture. We also do not want to copy the address down here. We want copy image. And you're going to click on that with your left key now. And it's going to look like nothing happened. Perfect. You probably did it right. So now I'm going to come back here to cell pictures. Now you have to use the keyboard. The keyboard command that you're going to use is the control key. And we've talked about the control key. It's CTRL. It's on the bottom row, usually on the left. Some keyboards have it in bottom right and bottom left. You're going to hold the control key down and hit the V as in violet, V key. And when you do that, you should get a picture. Well, because I'm recording this, of course it didn't work. And sometimes this will happen to you. So I want to show you when it doesn't work. It's not that you did something wrong necessarily. Different websites do things different. If I really want this picture, sometimes I have to click on it and do that right click over here and copy the image. So I tried it from over here where all the images are grouped together. But if I click one time on it, it opens up big. Now I copy the image. Now I go back to Microsoft Teams and click someplace. And if you wait, and it takes a second, it will pop up. Right now it's going out to the internet and getting that picture and doing whatever it has to do to make it look good. Here it comes. Looks like it's coming. It says inserting image. You have to be patient. There it is. Now I want to make sure that I can remember what this is. So I'm going to just click somewhere beside it, and it doesn't matter where you click. I'm just going to click off to the side and call it prokaryote cell. Oh no, I misspelled something. Look, I've got a red line here. That's very typical. I misspell things all the time. When that happens, if you left click, a list of possible words come up. And I remember it had a K in it. Oh yeah, that has to be it. There we go. Prokaryote cell. Perfect. You're going to do this twice. You're going to do it with a prokaryotic cell, and you're going to do it with a eukaryotic cell. So you'll come back up. I'm going to close this. And this time you're going to do another Google search for eukaryotic cells. Now notice I've already got things popping up. I want that one. I want to go to images. I don't want one with both right now. I want just the one type of cell with some labels. And see which one you like. Maybe you want that one. Boy, that has an awful lot of labels. That's okay. Don't be afraid of that. But I'm just letting you know that it does. And when you get it, right-click, copy image. So we're going to give you a few minutes. You need 2 pictures total. And you need to give each of the pictures a title. And you just click somewhere on the screen and start typing. Teacher, this would be a good time to go ahead and pause the video. All right, you're back with me now. And the last thing we're going to do, without me telling you too much of how to do it, because you've done it twice now, we want to do one of these comparison pictures. So this will be the 3rd picture that you pull up, and you're looking for one that compares the 2, and you want to put that in your cell, into your cell pictures page. Teacher, go ahead and pause the video now. All right, and you're back with me. So again, if you're not sure if you spelled it right, watch out for those red lines, and then it's a right click to fix your spelling. So since the computer will help you with your spelling, I kind of expect those things to be spelled correctly. For right now, that's all you need to do on this page. Notice there's only 2 words that this is going to read to me.
Prokaryote cell.
Why doesn't it read all these words? Those words are part of a picture. As far as the computer is concerned, those aren't words. That's just part of the picture. It's only the things that we type or that we copy and paste as words that can be read in Immersive Reader. Well, I hope that helped. Your teacher is going to have some activities for you here if there's time left, and if there's not time left, that's fine too. But otherwise, I hope you have a good weekend. Sorry I couldn't be there with you today. As you know, I'm off helping my son get loaded up and gone into Seattle Pacific University. So you have a good weekend. I hope to also, and I will see you bright and early on Monday morning at 10 o'clock or at 11, what time are we? 11:30. Bye, guys.